All right, STEM design, here we go with our next video on taking the multi-view projection of an object and drawing its isometric view. First thing first, we're going to go ahead and put in our base lines, our primary lines, whatever we want to call them, connecting our dots here. So again, we just want to put these in lightly. Make sure we get it right there. Oh, missed it a little bit. All right, so getting these in for our 3 dimensions, and just to throw in here, these 2 lines on the right and left, these are at 30 degrees from this horizontal, and this vertical here is at 90 degrees from the horizontal. So these 2 here, 120 degrees in between them. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, see what we've got going on. Let's start, if we look at this point right here, call that our A point. And we see on the right side, we've got 40, scale 1 to 1. All right, we've got 40 millimeters here, unbroken. But in the front view, we can see we've got this little shape here, kind of like, what's that, an upside down Y. And that mirrors what we can see in the top view. That looks like goalposts. Yeah, football goalposts right there. So let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's start off with, all right. I don't want to do this. Okay, we'll do it this way. Let's start off with this 40 millimeters on our right view. Make sure we have it 40. There we go. 2 to 6 is 40. And then we gotta think, all right, what's a good way to approach this? So coming along our front view, let's look at what we have here. We have 50 all the way across, 50 millimeters, and we have this 30 millimeters right here, this notch, this tunnel that goes through, looking at it from the front. So that means this piece is gonna have to be 10, and this piece is going to have to be 10 to add up. So that adds up to 50. So doing it that way, what we've got here is coming along our front. Get this lined up nice and good here. We have, there we go. We have 10 millimeters. All right, we got that 10 right there. Then we've got a 30 millimeter gap. So we're gonna skip over from 4 to 7, and then we've got another 10 millimeters. All right. So now what I wanna do, again, just figure out a good way to approach this. I know, let's see, this back piece on our right view, that is a total of 35. So what I'm going to do, we want to do as many parallel lines at a time as we possibly can. So that back piece of our right view is going to be parallel to this line. And we're just going to hold our, well, let's get it here, there. Hold our ruler nice and tight. We're gonna slide it back here, and then just real lightly put in that back line. I was off a little bit there. All right, and keeping it, let's go ahead and slide it to this piece right here, because we're gonna need a parallel right there. Keep it in place, slide it along. We're gonna need a parallel right here. And slide it, we're gonna need another parallel right about here. All right, there we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and knock out part of this right view. Now that I've got my lines here, I know, okay, so this right here on our, this is 35 minus 15, so this is 20, which is also the height right here. I didn't put in my A point. All right, so this is, we've got 20 millimeters right here. 15 to 13 is 20 millimeters. This back piece of our right view, this is 35 millimeters. So from 20, that goes up to our 16 and a half. Get that, boom, knock it out. All right, and now we've got to form these pieces right here in our front view. It comes up and it comes across. So this entire height is 20. All right, from here to here is 20. And it looks like it splits it in half. So it looks like this is 10 and this is 10. We don't like to do guesswork, but it does look like it's 10 and 10 there. But what we can do is, because this is symmetric, this is a mirror image, it tells us right here, this piece is 10 and 10. So that makes this 10 and 10. So we can go ahead and say, all right, we have 10 millimeters here and 10 millimeters right here. And then this back piece right here, all right, there's our 20 millimeters. So we can go ahead and put 20 millimeters right there. Why does that look so much higher than this one? Same height. Okay. And then we can go ahead and say, we got this right here to fill in that gap. So that's our notch, our tunnel that goes all the way through, looking at it from the front. All right, what do we want to do next? Let's go ahead and see what we can do about finishing off our right view. So we know, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and say we've got parallel to this line. We've got this right here. And up top right here. And now this piece, I missed it a little. Okay, I'll fix that when we go back in. All right, this piece right here, all right, it's 40 all the way across. It says this piece is 20, so we got 20, then it comes down, and this is 20. So what we can do, now that we have those lines, and now I can fix this right here, get it a little closer to the line where it needs to be. So this is 20 along there, and I know this is 20 along here. That line's pretty good on. And these two connect. So we can go ahead. Now I'm going to mark this. We have A. I'm just going to go ahead and say that's B. So this is B right here. So I know this matches what we did in the front here. All right, so what I want to do, let's just go ahead and put in some parallels using this right here. You see? Got it? All right. So starting there, let's come up to here. Oh, slipped off my ruler a little bit there. Let's come up to here. And I know that's going to come across. Move up to here. Real lightly, real lightly. Get a, can't move my triangle anymore. All right. But what I can do, let's see here. Reset it, move it over and reset it. All right, there we go. Parallel right there. And slide it up. All right, okay, we're gonna make it. Parallel right there. All right. Now, let's start working this out. Along this back, we're going to match what we did in the front. So we're going to go make it dark, get that lined up. We've got 10 millimeters, then a 30 millimeter gap, and then another 10 millimeters. And then we know we're going to come in 10 millimeters and 10 millimeters. So let's go ahead, let's see here, put this way. No, wrong one. Need to be parallel to these lines here. So we're going to be parallel to this. Get it on. And each one of those comes in 10 millimeters. Or each one of those, let's see, 10 millimeters and 10 millimeters. And then they connect. And then I should have just gone ahead and done, all right, we've got parallel to this, and we can go ahead and say we've got this piece back here. And that piece is how much? 20 millimeters. And almost right on, right where it should be. All right, so now we need to do this piece here and here. So on the front, now see, we're up at this piece. So it's going to come in at this point, at this corner. It comes in, and that is, how much is that? That's 20 millimeters. Yeah, because it comes in this 10 here, and then this another 10. So $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. Okay. So it goes 10. Where were we? No, it comes in 20. That's my, it comes in 20. So from this corner point right here, make sure I'm looking. All right, so it comes in 20. So 4 to 6, there's 20. It's got that 10 millimeter gap, and then another 20. And it does the same thing up here. $20 millimeters, 10 millimeter gap, and then 20 millimeters. All right, let's erase some of this. All right, so again, we're getting this because it's 40 across here, so, no, doing the wrong one. 50 across here, we have 20. So the way we get this is these two pieces here and here, they're equal. And all of this across has to add up to 50. So if this is 10, these two pieces have to add up to 40. And if they're equal, it has to be 20 and 20. All right. So then, let's see, we are almost, where are we? A little bit more math here. So if this is 40 all the way across here, see, that's 40. This part is already 20, so this has to be 20. And same thing with the height. This has a height of 40, so this is 20. And so this skinny piece is 20 for the front view, and for the top view, that skinny piece is 20. So let's go ahead and get in. Let's do the, 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. 20. So we've got there and there. And then up top, make sure get it on. We got right here and right here. All right, and we already said each one of those is going to be 20, not 20. I say the right, yeah, 20. So this is 20 up to here. That's got to be 20 the rest of the way. No, I know what the problem is. In the front, it's 15. It's 15 in the front, so yeah. Because in looking at the front view, it's 35. I don't know where I got that 40 from. It's 35 right here, all the way to the top. It's 20 and 15. And on the top view, it's 20 and 20. There we go. Yep. And lines up nice and good. Lines up nice and good over here. And so now this connects here. So let's get a couple more parallels in here, get some intersections. So draw those in lightly. Oh, I missed it. Okay, so what's going on now? So now we can go ahead and darken in. We've got this intersection here and here that forms this back face that we can see in the front view. Getting a little sloppy there. Put that in there. Now that forms this square piece that we can see in the right view. Yeah, I did get a little too sloppy, but okay. And now, looking at getting this here, we're gonna have this piece coming back here. And we're also going to have, let's see, where is it? We are going to be keep this still, parallel moving, and this is going to come down. And we've got that intersection. That's a little off. These should meet right here. So that's a little off, just a little bit there. I don't know if I held that parallel as I should have. There. And at this point, now we can erase away what we don't need, compare it looking back at our multi-view. And we can see what we see from the front. All right, there we go. That was a little off. Yeah, that didn't hold this parallel. I think I moved a little bit when I did that. So yeah, we can see this intersection comes in nicely right there. But it didn't hold. There we go. Square it off. All right, and the rest of that is just erasing away stuff that we don't need, stuff that shouldn't be there. Again, I'm not going to color it in, but just want to point it out. So we see from the front view, we see this upside down Y, and then we see this back panel and this back panel. And these dashed lines, that comes from this part going down, this corner coming down. From the top view, again, we see the goal post, then we see this bottom panel and this bottom panel, and these dashed lines from the top view are from here going back. So what's happening is this corner piece, this actually comes down and intersects with this here, and same thing on this one, this corner piece comes down and intersects with this back here. And then of course from the right view, here's our L shape, and this is the panel, side panel we can see from our right view. And again, this dashed line coming down is what we see here with this dashed line here. All right, there we have it. Lots of fun.